HES.
What's up, guys? DJ HES here. I'm bringing you, this is my first game of my 10 games, 10 nukes and 10 maps series of my Nuke-a-Thon, inspired by the Syndicate Project. I have to give him a shout out for doing that. And I don't know what happened to it. I keep asking him why he hasn't continued his Nuke-a-Thon, but of course he doesn't reply to me because he has like 1,000 trillion subscribers. But anyway, this is by no means a great game to start, and this is just to show you guys that you don't have to give up on getting attack nuke. I mean, I didn't get this one, I don't think, until the last, it was like 170 to something, and I ended up getting in the last 30 points of the game. So don't give up if you guys are trying to get a nuke. I mean, you can get it at any point in the game. So anyway, just you try to watch the gameplay, enjoy a little bit. I'm going to talk about a little bit of something that happened the other day that was just kind of ridiculous. So I'm going out to dinner with my wife. We go and eat, and then we're driving home on a road on a highway 217, and 3 motorcycle riders just zip by us. I mean, I'm going 65. They have to be going 85 or so, and they're driving extremely reckless, in and out of traffic, and I mean bumper to bumper behind the cars that are right next to them, and it's extremely horrific knowing that they're driving like this. So anyway, 2 of them pass. A third one is a little bit slower. 2 of them are on like ninjas, and the third one's on a Harley. Like it's a nice Harley. But 2 of them zip by and pass, and then the third one is a little bit slower. And then we're coming up to the corner of 217 and 26. Now this corner is a very, very steep turn. It's more than a I don't know. It's more than 90 degrees, and it's very steep. And I actually wrecked my car around this corner going the opposite direction years before that. So ever since then I have a fear of driving fast around corners, and it was because of this turn, this area. But anyway, we're approaching this turn, and that last guy in the Harley is coming up, and all of a sudden you can see that he's starting to turn, and his front wheel is wobbling, and I'm directly behind him on the left-hand side, and he's in the right lane. He's turning the corner, and he completely wipes out. Like his wheel starts wobbling, and he totally like takes a turn and falls. And this guy, it was the scariest, craziest thing I've seen in my life. Like just right in front of me, that's happened. I mean, I've seen videos online of motorcycle accidents in here or there that get really bad, but seeing it firsthand was just absolutely crazy. So the guy turns the corner and he tumbles. I'm shit you not, 40 feet, like with him hand over foot tumbling on the ground with his bike mixed up with him, and all of a sudden you can just see him laying flat on his back. Guy's not moving, and instantly we pull over to the bank, and my wife's like calling the cops and calling 911. Reporting the accident, and there's people all around that are stopping. Now this is a Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, so the roads aren't as crazy. But I can guarantee you that if it was rush hour on a Friday, this guy would be dead. There's no way he would have lived through this accident, because he basically, it was such a horrendous accident that if there was more traffic, he would have gotten ran over. Like no question. But so I'm the first one to walk up to this guy. Now he just wrecked. He's face down, and he's just laying there. The guy is not moving, and I'm scared. I'm honestly scared. I'm like, this guy is dead. This guy is completely dead. There's no way this guy's alive. So I walk up and I'm like, sir, are you okay? Like, can you hear me? Like, I don't know what to say. I've never been in a situation like this. Luckily, there was a nurse that was coming the opposite direction, that she pulled over on the side of the road and came down. And she knew what to ask him. She was like, do you know what your name is? Do you know how old you are? Do you know where you are? Do you know what happened? And of course, the guy was unconscious. He started to come around, and then all of a sudden, he tried to move, and we're like, dude, do not move. Like, I knew something was broken. Something had to have been broken. He probably had internal bleeding, because, again, the guy flew 40 feet and tumbled with his bike. So we're like, just please don't move. And then he started being belligerent, you know. He was like, you know, what are you guys talking about? He didn't know he was in an accident. And then all of a sudden, you know, we're trying to inform him that he's been in an accident. The ambulance has been called. And he's like, no ambulance, no ambulance. Like, he did not want an ambulance to come and get him. So we're like, dude, just calm down, wait for the ambulance. And all of a sudden, the cop cars start pouring in, and the ambulance and fire trucks and all this stuff. And meanwhile, the guys back conscious, his buddies that were in the two motorcycles ahead of him, were wondering where he was because they took off way ahead of him. And I'm pretty sure they were the ones calling him on the phone. So, but anyway, the plot thickens here. The cops get there, and all of a sudden, they want to ask us questions. And I guess the first officer that came up to the guy, and I didn't notice this because I didn't want to get close enough. I was scared. But the officer, the first guy that got up, said that he could probably smell some alcohol in his breath. So this guy might be facing some DUI charges, they said, and they wanted to know what the scoop was. So go figure. It's a Sunday afternoon. It was actually the first sunny day we've had in Oregon all spring, and these guys were drinking and riding their motorcycles around, of all stupid things you could do. But so anyway, everything ended up being okay. The guy, I don't know what ended up happening, if he ended up breaking stuff or not, but we ended up bouncing after the cops interviewed us for a second, and they said they can call us if they need anything. But it was just horrendous, and I don't know if you guys have ever witnessed any sort of accidents like that firsthand, but it's a scary thing. Like, it's no joke, especially when you don't know what to do, like in my situation. And seeing what the nurse asked, like, I know if I'm in the situation again, I can maybe do what he did and ask, or what she did and ask, you know, what's your name and do you know where you are and crap like that. But anyway, I thought I'd share that story with you guys. It was really something that was eye-opening to me. And I drove by that same location because I drive this same road home every day from work that I go in. I'm out. It's about a 45 minute to an hour drive for me to get to work, which is no fun, but it's a dangerous long commute. And again, like I said, this guy would have completely been dead if he would have crashed a different way. If he would have wiped out towards me instead of away from me, I would have completely ran over this guy. So it was an eye-opening experience, and I don't know what I know NASA 1 got in an accident a while ago, and everybody's kind of heart dropped because everybody was hoping he was okay. I don't know what he did to get into that accident, but man, if you guys have your licenses and you guys can drive and stuff, it can be some scary stuff out there just to see. Even if you're not the one causing the accidents, you could be like in my situation. I just about ran over the dude on a motorcycle. So anyway, that was my story for the day. Right now, I'm at that point where I'm just about to get that tac nuke, and you can see I ran in there and just about got a knife only again. This is my aggressive class. If I get noob tubed and people are all over me, you know, I'll run with my UMP silenced and my tac knife, and this is the moment of truth right here. I'm out of my AC-130, and then that last kill, that last little fire off I got me the nuke. So I was stoked to see that. You see the score, 191 to 116. So like I said, I just about got the nuke in this game. If you saw earlier, I had a chopper gunner, or I mean the AC-130, but I got killed in the middle of using it because the enemy still had the house, so they were hiding in the house when I got out. But this is my first of 10 nukes in my Nuke-a-Thon series, and this was my 132nd tactical nuke to date. So please, if you like what you see, if you like my channel, please subscribe if you haven't. And thanks again for checking out the video, and look forward. I have 2 more videos that will be coming up in the next week or so, so stay tuned. Thanks, guys.